in the parliament. The candidate elected in a reserved constituency has to toe the party line. Therefore, I don't know if you remember the last time when the question of untouchability was raised in the parliament, or when the question of atrocity was raised in the parliament. Because the parties dictate terms. There is, discourse-wise, it is very wonderful that there are reserved seats of 17.5%. But are they true representatives of their people, or co-opted representatives by dominant parties in the other system? That remains a big question. Advantages of the first past the post electoral system, we are not going to condemn it. We only want to see the merits and demerits of it. But then these are also advantages that are generally given by those who argue for first past the post electoral system. One is that it provides clear choice between two parties. Unquestionably, when there are two parties, FPTP is the best. It gives rise to single party governments. Coalitions are only exceptions. It gives rise to coherent opposition in parliament. If one party is clear winner, then definitely there will be a clear opposition. We need to see at this moment, reflect simultaneously, whether in India we have a two-party system or a coalition. We have arrived at an era of coalition. Number 4 is it compels political parties to be broad-based in multicultural societies because they need to draw on the votes of multicultural communities. It gives rise to parliament of geographical representatives. This was one of the determining factors in our choice of FPTP. All voters to choose among individuals and not just parties. So there is a close connect between the candidates and the voters. It gives chance to popular independent candidates. It is also simple to understand and use. This is one of the reasons why Babasaheb Ambedkar decided to move in for FPTP during the discussions in the Constituent Assembly. Disadvantages of FPTP are these: that it excludes minority parties from fair representation, smaller parties. And this is recognized all over the world. And countries that are going for proportionate electoral system actually shift their electoral system mainly because of this first reason. It excludes minorities from being represented. It excludes women from being represented. It encourages parties based on clan, ethnicity, and religion. When we say clan, you can also include family rule or dynasty in India. Exaggerates regional fiefdom, where one party wins all seats in a state or region. We will come to that also. And for example, you always have the experience of this fiefdom in electoral processes in Tamil Nadu. And here maybe Bihar or other states that you know. But in Tamil Nadu it is always one of these two parties, DMK or AIDMK. Then it leads on a large number of wasted votes. This is the huge disadvantage in electoral process, as I pointed out to you. In our present parliament, I'm sure you know how many members are there who have got more than 50% of votes. Can I ask you that question? In 543 members of parliament in the present parliament, how many would have got more than 50%?
Maybe less than 10.
Not even 12%.
Okay, and you are guessing it correct. 5. 5 members out of 543
One of them will be Sonia Gandhi.
Pardon?
One of them will be Sonia Gandhi.
No. She is not.
I stand corrected.
She is not. Well, and generally, most of about 75% of the candidates have got about 25% of votes. So this is the quality of democracy that we have, representation that we have, and it's a huge disadvantage in this system. It is unresponsive to changes in public opinion because it's a very powerful small group or party that can come to power. It's open to manipulations of gerrymandering. Gerrymandering is a term that you probably know. It is the redesigning of electoral constituencies, electoral districts, from every now and then, so that a particular party may have more winning chance. Just before the present parliament elections, we had gerrymandering. Congress party went on a process of redefining their constituencies. We call it electoral district, so if inadvertently I use electoral district, please understand it as constituency. So parties in this system can go in for gerrymandering every now and then. Very commonly practiced in the US, also in India. Majoritarian systems give a distinct advantage to those parties that have established organizational support bases, and these are in many cases heads of authoritarian rulers. Okay, next. Now we come to a proportionate electoral system. The general characteristics of proportionate electoral system is that what is proportional? The percentage of votes that a party gets in an election must be proportional to the percentage of seats that a party will gain in the parliament. Or put it the other way around. The percentage of seats that a party can have in the parliament must be proportional to the percentage of votes that a party. Yeah, so this is the crucial question in proportionate electoral system, that the number of the percentage of seats that a party can have in the parliament cannot be more or less than the percentage of votes that a party gets. If Congress party gets 28.6% of votes, it can have only 28.6% of seats in the parliament. This is the essential principle of proportionate electoral system. And smaller parties that have got, let us say, 6% of votes must have 6% of seats in the parliament. Recently we were having a discussion with Ramdas Athwale of the Republican Party of India about this. And he was burning. He was saying, I am having 10% of votes in